Right, moving on to dealing with brackets. Again, these questions are simplifying. They're not an equation, there's no equal sign in the question, so you're not going to get a numerical answer. When we are clearing out a bracket, expanding a bracket, we're multiplying. And what we have to do is multiply whatever's outside the bracket by every term that's inside the bracket. And where you have to be careful is if the if the number outside the bracket is negative, then we have to bear that in mind when multiplying by the pluses or minuses that are inside the bracket. I'll deal with that later when we come to one. So for this first question, what we have to do is we have to first of all multiply 2 by x. Multiplying 2 by x, we just get 2x. Then we have to multiply the 2 by the plus 3. 2 3s is 6, so that's just going to be 2x plus 6. With the second question, same again. First of all, we're multiplying the 7 by the x to get 7x. Then we're multiplying the 7 by the 3 to get 21, and it's going to be minus 21 because we're going to have a plus times a minus making a minus. So we're going to have minus 21. Now sometimes you can expand and then simplify, like in the previous set of simplification questions that we've done. So here the first thing we do is get rid of this bracket. So we do 2 times 3x is 6x. 2 times minus 1 is minus 2. Then it isn't going to be 2 times that and 2 times that because they aren't in the bracket, so they are just then part of that expression. Once we get to there, then it's the same as we were doing with the simplification work. First of all, gather up your like terms. So you can see there that I've got this plus 6x and a plus 3x making 9x, and then I've also got negative 2 and 4. So if we go back to thinking about a number line, that means we're at minus 2, negative 2, and we're adding 4, so we're going up 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We end up at plus 2. Okay, next couple, same idea again. First of all, let's get rid of this bracket, so it's going to be 2 times 3r, making 6r. 2 times 1 is plus 2, and then we got this plus 5r on the end to deal with. Now there's more work we can do here because I got a 6r there and a plus 5r there, so they make 11r, and then I got nothing else to do with that plus 2, so I just write it down. Now here you can see this is more complicated again. First of all, I've got this 3 multiplying into this bracket, so I'm going to have 3 times 2p is 6p. 3 times 3 is 9. But then with this second bracket, I have a negative 2 that I'm multiplying in. So the thing to remember is that when you're multiplying numbers with pluses or minuses, if the two numbers that you're multiplying, if the signs are the same, if they're both positive or both negative, the answer is positive. If the signs are different, the answer is negative. So the first one here, we're multiplying negative 2 by plus p. So the signs are different, the answer is going to be negative 2p. Then negative 2 multiplied by negative 1. The signs are the same. Minus times a minus makes a plus. 2 times 1 is 2. Okay, now you make sure when you're working through that you're clear with how I've got what I've got there. Now we gather up our like terms. I got a plus 6p, take 2p, so that's starting at 6 on the number line, going down 2, you end up at 4. And then I've got plus 9 and plus 2 making plus 11. Sometimes you end up multiplying a letter by itself, as we've got here. B times B times B is B squared. B times 3 is 3